Hello and welcome to the Daily Digestion channel and welcome back to another video. Okay guys, I know my neighbors think I'm crazy, but they're right. Okay guys, so this is going to be a quick instructional on how to plant a blueberry tree. And yes, I did some research on this, so I'm not just randomly going to plant this tree without any real advice. So first, what you want to do is you want to go out and buy a blueberry tree. Now, I highly suggest you get one that's got a pretty good start to it. Buying those little seedling deals, they usually don't make it. Just saying. Get something that's got a good start, give it a lot of water, and you're good to go. They say to give it a good fertilizer. So, when you start it out in the summer or in the spring, start it with some fertilizer, and then in the fall, give it some fertilizer for it to be dormant, to give it a healthy, strong thing. So, let me show you. What you want to do is dig a hole, and you want to dig it really deep, like several feet deep, to where it's going to have a great start for the root structure to branch out, and big enough. So what you want to do is plant in an area to where if it gets big, it says like these can get really big, but you can prune them down, as big as you want them. But so you want to have at least, I think it said on there, if you dig your hole twice as wide as the underground portion of the plant and add any of these common amendments. For blueberries, add moss, pine bark, mud, coffee grounds, or leaf compost. And so that's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to add a little bit of compost down there. And then what you want to do is, it says the average height is 6 to 8 feet, spreads 4 to 5 feet. So you want to make sure you've got that much space around it. And it needs a minimum of 6 hours a day. Fertilize in spring, water twice weekly during dry spells. Okay guys, so that's pretty easy, right? I think we can do this. So I'm gonna go get a little bit of compost and put that in my little hole. We're gonna be using, and simply because I got it on sale, and you guys, you know me, I always look for the bargains, but this was 40 cents off, which, I only paid $1.54. So I'm gonna use this to plant my trees, and I'm gonna put it in the bottom of the hole to give it a great start. So I'm gonna put, about a couple of shovels full in there. Okay guys, so we're gonna always wear gloves. It really does help to, kind of stay it helps from getting the dirt in your fingernails. And so all I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of this and put it in the bottom. Okay. That was probably about a bucket full. And we're going to take and just spread it around. Okay, and now we are going to take our plant and we're just going to plant it in our spot. So just want to carefully shake it out. Don't want to damage the plant. It doesn't need any more shock than we're already giving it. And there you go. And you want to, if you've got stuff around it, you want to get that up so it doesn't have to compete with very much. And now we're going to take our regular soil and we're just going to fill that in around it, our soil that we dug up. Guys, I think we really make things more complicated than what they really should be. Like, we shouldn't make everything so hard. You know, I think you should just, if you want a couple of blueberry trees in your yard, just plant them. I have a couple of trees that I just planted and they're growing great. You know, it's not a big deal, and they don't even produce fruit. Like, why not plant something that's gonna have some fruit on it? And I'm gonna do another instructional on how to plant a persimmons tree. Guys, you know, it doesn't have to be rocket science, okay? It really doesn't. And what you wanna do is, you know, just get all this good soil, put it around there, and then we're gonna put mulch all the way around it. So my son won't come along and accidentally cut this down when he's mowing or weed eating, or, I mean, you know, anything could happen to it. So, and you want to leave a little bit of a space here. You want to leave like a, you know, enough to where it can get water. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's it. We're gonna put some mulch around here. And watch this baby grow. And I'll be back. Okay guys, one of the things I learned off this really cool gardening channel was to get some mulch for composting and stuff like that, and keep it in your yard, a big pile of mulch, and it's just wood chips. That's all it is. You don't want any chemicals or anything. It's just stuff they shredded, and you can get it at a big mulch place. Tell them you want the cheapest stuff that doesn't have anything in it, just plain wood. It works perfectly, and I got a big pile of it. Let me show you. I got this big pile for like 15 bucks, no joke. It's huge. I don't know if you can see the ratio size of it, but that much mulch already bagged up at Walmart would probably have been close to $50 or $100 of this type of mulch. So guys, that's a big difference. You know, $15 versus $100 or more dollars. Yeah, not to mention the fact that when you carry this stuff in your car, just a little bit of a warning, if it's been raining, that soured mulch stuff, you can't get that smell out of your car. So needless to say, you'll need a pickup truck to go pick this stuff up, which I had to use my husband's. But you could always borrow one from your neighbor. Maybe find somebody who has, you know, or they deliver. Sometimes they'll deliver, you know, for really cheap. And the more you buy, the better deal they'll give you. So, you know, shop around and see who will give you the best buy. Okay. Now we brought our wheelbarrow of mulch down here, and we are going to add the mulch all the way around here. Okay, you want to start on the outer borders of the perimeter and go all the way around. And guys, wherever you put this stuff, it's not going to grow weeds. So that's a real plus here. you know, you're gonna have less weeds. It's gonna hold in the moisture, and it's going to fertilize your plants. And it's just a win-win situation, guys. The mulch is the way to go. So guys, we really need to get back to nature, and that's what this video is about. It's time that we start, you know, caring for our land. If you live in an apartment and you have a little patio on the back, research ways that you can do this. You know, there's lots of different ideas. You can take a swimming pool, and you can take the swimming pool and you can plant in the swimming pool. So there's all kinds of different ideas of ways that you can plant. I live on a hill, and for years I made up all the excuses of why I couldn't have a garden. I live on a hill, I get half the sun that I need to get. Guys, you can still grow stuff. And you just learn on what you can grow and what you can't, and it's not a big deal. Always get plants that are super cheap. I highly recommend, if you can start them out from seed, that's great, but it's very time consuming. It's the cheapest way to go for sure, but I go to the flea market and I get my stuff there. I got this bunch of stuff from Lowe's because it was super cheap, and I guess because, you know, it's not that expensive to do this. If you eat a lot of produce like I do, it's really, you're gonna save money. You're gonna save money, and not to mention, it's just a great therapeutic way to get back to nature. That's another thing. This is like therapy. Being out in the sunshine, you're getting your vitamin D, you're getting some physical exercise, you're breathing fresh air, which there's nothing like fresh air, guys. Seriously. You know, staying cooped up inside all day is, you know, I sell stuff online. So coming outside is just like a real glorious treat. And this is definitely the way to do it, guys. So, you know, and yeah, I could have my husband do this, but what's the fun of that? Like, I enjoy being out here and doing this. Like, this is great therapy. I love being by myself, and it's just amazing. So I'm gonna go for, you know, spreading a good amount of mulch around in there, just giving it enough to where the water is gonna go just straight around there since it's a seedling. And that's it, guys. That's basically it. I'm just gonna take the rest of the mulch and fill that up a little more. There's a little more mulch in here, and I'm just going to do that and just make sure that has plenty of mulch around it to get its great new start. And that's it, guys. And here's the finished product. And we're gonna water this really good, and haven't figured out the fertilizer yet. I'm gonna research it. I may put some fish stuff. I think I've got some fish fertilizer in there, that fish oil or something. I might just use what I have. I was trying to go with the natural stuff. But that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share for more videos on how to heal your body naturally, and eating tips, and I have an iodine playlist and all kinds of interesting things. I practice a lot of OMOD, which is 1 meal a day, and intermittent fasting. I have a lot of great raw food recipes, and so check it out, guys. And thanks so much for joining me on my healing journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.